There was a 20-ton door in the bank vault, and there was iron in its walls. The builders were so confident about it that they didn't even put a security alarm in the vault because it was called an unbreakable vault. The illusion broke when the dacoits made a master plan and hid the security in this vault for 27 hours. July 19, 1976. The sun had risen on Monday, and staff members had started arriving at the bank named Societe Generale in Nice, France. This bank was considered to be the most secure and strongest vault in the world. According to routine, the bank staff went to open the vault. It was a very heavy door with a very complicated lock. They put a lock combination, but the door didn't open. Now it is important to know that this door had already caused problems many times because it weighed about 20 tons. That's why it often got stuck. The bank staff thought that it was stuck as usual, so they contacted the company that made the vault. After half an hour, the company's experts came to the bank and started trying to open the door. But the surprising thing was that this time the door was not opening even from the company's experts. They tried many times, but this door was not ready to open in any way. Things were getting serious now because there was a queue of customers and it was now a question of the bank's reputation. Finally, after 3 hours, they decided to drill a hole in the wall of the vault and see what was stuck in the door. There were no signs of forced entry on the door of the vault, and no signs of any kind were found on all 4 walls of the vault. When they drilled a hole through the heavy-duty drill machine and went inside, they saw that someone had welded the door of the vault from inside and closed it. It was very difficult to believe this scene because there was only one way to enter the vault. There was no light inside it and no window. That is, it was impossible to enter the vault. Now seeing this, everyone had realized that something abnormal was definitely going on here. They ordered machinery and decided to break the wall of the vault and go inside. This work was very time-consuming because these walls were much thicker than normal walls and there was also iron between them. Anyway, after many hours of hard work, a hole was made so that a person could go inside it, and when he was seen inside, this scene was unbelievable. The bank vault was looted, some lockers were broken, some were open, and the most interesting thing was that these famous words were written on the wall of the vault with spray paint, whose English translation is, "Without arms, without hate, and without violence." Now the bank staff realized that they had seen a tunnel in the ground of the vault. Now the rest of the work was done by the police, which had reached that time. The robbers had broken 400 safe boxes out of 4,000, including the money and gold blocks in the vault, took valuables from inside and fled. The tunnel they had dug was leading to the city's largest underground sewerage line. There, the police got a lot of evidence, including tools and 27 gas cylinders, with the help of which the robbers had used a welding torch. Not only that, but ventilation equipment and a 1-kilometer-long electrical cable were also found in the sewerage line. This loot was worth more than $20 million, whose total cost today is $110 million or equal to 900 crore rupees. It was not only the largest bank heist of the century, but this police investigation is also the largest investigation in France. This had spread all over the world. The reputation of the bank was badly damaged, but it was also a place of regret for the French police. For the next few months, the police searched every nook and cranny, arrested the people around, interrogated the bank staff, but could not find any clue about the robbers. After 3 months, in October 1976, the police got a very big lead. A member of the group of robbers had been caught on the tip of his own girlfriend. At first, he was not believing it, but when the police cleared him, he burst out and took the name of the whole gang. The surprising thing for the police was that this gang used to be famous for petty thefts. The fact that they had done such a big bank heist was not being digested. The mastermind of this plan was actually someone else. During the interrogation, the gang members gave the police the name of a person, who, according to them, was the mastermind of the theft. This Albert Spaggiari was actually a photographer. When the police arrested him, he did not look like a criminal from anywhere. Simple dressing, simple lifestyle, and living in a normal house on the outskirts of the city. When he was found by his neighbors, everyone said that Albert was a simple photographer who always kept his work to himself. But what the police were thinking about Albert Spaggiari was completely different from that. He immediately confessed to the police that he was the mastermind of the bank heist. For the police, this case was now almost closed, but this was just the beginning. According to Albert, he had previously taken a locker in this bank and used it as an excuse to go into the vault and capture photos of everything. He had previously kept an alarm clock in his own locker, which was set at night. When there was no alert even when the alarm rang and no security alarm rang, it was confirmed that there was no security system in the vault. Then he went to the city government office in the guise of an engineer and got the city map. On this map, he estimated where the sewerage line was and how far it was from the bank. Then he calculated that if he dug a 26-foot tunnel from the nearby sewerage line, he could go straight to the bank vault. Now this was a lot of work, so Albert contacted a gangster in the city and told him the whole plan. That gangster put his men to this job. It took almost 2 months to dig the tunnel because this work was being done without machinery. And it was very important to do this work only at night when there was no one in the bank. During this he was trying his best not to make any noise on the road above the sewerage line. Then on July 18th, Saturday and Sunday night, he finally entered the vault. For the next 27 hours, he looted the vault with great ease, during which he had lunch and dinner there. And before leaving, he wrote these famous words. The police presented Albert to the court, where he admitted his crime in front of the judge. During the interrogation, he wrote the evidence of his plan and the details of the looted money on a paper in code word. He said that he would only give this evidence to the judge. And only the judge will be able to read this code word. For this work, the judge called Albert to his room. He gave the paper to the judge, on which the city map was made. Now the judge was trying to understand that map. Albert jumped out of the window of the room. This room was on the first floor and there was a car standing below it. Albert fell on the roof of the car and immediately got up and ran away on a bike that was already waiting for him. Despite the police's efforts, he could not be caught. Many years later, his interview was broadcast on a TV show in Italy, in which he said that he was very fond of treasures from the age of 12. And I fulfilled this hobby with this heist. It felt like he was bothering the French police through this interview. After, where did Albert go? This mystery has not been solved yet. In 1989, Albert Spaggiari died. His mother said that someone had kept Albert's dead body outside his house.